There are many attractions to being a billionaire. You could open a private zoo, commission statues depicting yourself as various historical figures striking heroic poses, or if you want to go full Blofeld, hollow out your private island to hide a moon-melting death ray. Alternatively, you could forget such fripperies and just buy a Rolls-Royce Phantom. You don't need to be an actual billionaire to afford one, but you do need to be somewhere toward the top of the 1%. Rolls-Royce CEO Torsten Müller-Ötvös says that owners will almost exclusively be ultra-high net worth individuals, those with more than $30 million in cash and liquid assets. While the standard Phantom won't be priced significantly above the outgoing version figure around $450,000, it will be possible to more than double that through the sort of personalization that Rolls encourages its buyers to indulge in, such as installing commissioned art in the dashboard or color matching the exterior to the exact shade of the sunset behind your beach house in the Maldives. This is a car for people who don't care what it costs. The first Rolls-Royce Phantom was produced as long ago as 1925, and the company claims that the nameplate is the longest serving in the automotive industry. While that's true, there have been long gaps between some of the earlier generations. Regardless, this all-new 8th generation model, we're asked to refer to it as Phantom VIII in the style of a Monarch or a Star Wars sequel, directly replaces the 2003-era Phantom VII, which was the first Rolls-Royce developed under BMW ownership. The Phantom VIII is the first car to sit on Rolls-Royce's new aluminum spaceframe platform, officially known as the architecture of luxury, which will underpin all future models including the upcoming Project Cullinan SUV. The exterior design has undergone a less revolutionary transformation when compared with the outgoing model, gaining more curves and a radiator grille that integrates into the front of the car better than the last Phantom's freestanding chrome Parthenon. But despite some modest reduction in exterior dimensions, the Phantom VIII has lost none of the VII's ability to shock and awe, especially in some of the snazzy two-tone paint finishes that Rolls-Royce chose for the cars used for the media launch in Switzerland.As. You'd expect, our Phantom experience began in the backseat of an extended wheelbase model. While Müller-Ötvös says that 8 out of 10 Phantom owners will drive themselves at least occasionally, and that US buyers are the most likely to take the wheel, the extended wheelbase, EWB, model 8.6 inches longer than the regular car probably will be piloted by a chauffeur. And not a robotic one. Either.Switching to the driver's seat immediately emphasizes just how tall the Phantom is, an effect exacerbated by its high window sills. Motoring the seat to a position that gives a good view forward to the distant edge of the hood and a chance to ogle the proffered backside of the Spirit of Ecstasy puts your eyes close to where they'd be in a full-size SUV. The steering column is short on adjustment for rake, encouraging an arms-out, chauffeur-like driving position rather than an unseemly slouch, and the seats definitely are the sort you sit on rather than in.Progress is as stately as a Palladian villa in 400 acres of English parkland. The new twin-turbocharged 6.6-liter V12 is a development of the engine in the lesser Rolls-Royce Ghost, producing the same 563 horsepower but tuned to deliver a meteor 664 lb-ft of torque available from just 1,700 rpm. Under gentle throttle applications, it is possible to feel the briefest of pauses as the turbos and engine internals gather momentum, but beyond that it pulls cleanly and almost silently. If any manufacturer is ready for seamless conversion to electrification, it definitely is Rolls-Royce. Unsurprisingly, the Phantom has been tuned to deliver its best under mild use, with its ZF 8-speed automatic gearbox programmed to keep the engine under 2,500 rpm whenever it can. Even with this limitation, quarter throttle acceleration feels respectably brisk, but it takes a hefty shove on the long travel pedal to prompt a kickdown and get the V12 producing its creamiest noises from the bow. While Rolls-Royce claims a 5.1 second 0 to 60 mph time for the short wheelbase model, verifying that in anything other than a kidnapping evasion scenario would have you sent back to chauffeur school or perhaps wrapped over the back of the head with a gold-headed cane. There is lots of other clever dynamic technology, but it all functions with the invisible efficiency of a good valet. Active anti-roll bars with electric motors fight lean under cornering. Rolls-Royce claims these produce as much torque with 12-volt motors as rivals manage with their 48-volt systems. The Phantom can be led along at a rapid pace, although at the cost of considerable sliding on the nearly flat seats. The electrically assisted steering is lightly weighted and lacks feel, but accurate front-end responses make it easy to place the car onto a chosen line, and there's also a new rear-wheel steering system that improves low-speed maneuverability. There are no dynamic settings or sport modes or any way to manually select gears, although the transmission stock on the steering column incorporates a low button intended to maximize engine braking effect on long, steep downgrades. Anyone with the funds and inclination to buy a Phantom likely will be equally able to purchase any or indeed all of its most obvious competitors, from the Bentley Mulsanne to the Learjet 70. These people aren't forced to make either/or decisions, possessing both/and is perfectly within their reach. Wanting a Phantom is the sort of itch that we suspect many of them will be keen to scratch, the car being good enough to justify its enormous price. With the immodesty allowed a proud father, Müller-Ötvös reckons that this is the best car in the world, and considering it as an all-rounder, it would be hard to disagree. If anyone offers you the choice of one car for the rest of your life, make it a Phantom. But it's more than just a snazzy ride, it's also a spectacular manifesto for the future of the Rolls-Royce brand. It might be possible to build a better luxury car than this, but don't expect to see one anytime soon.